Today on the Riff, the team sits down to talk about church stuff. But most importantly, they talk about Back to the Future. We hope today is helpful and hopeful. Thanks for listening.
Riff, we are back. Jen was just saying that she needs to smile more on this podcast.
Well, if you're listening to it, then
and
no big
I was
deal.
just gonna say I don't even watch.
Well,
I just listen. I don't even listen because I'm on it. So I think that'd be a little
lived
bit
it.
weird. I lived it, so I don't.
You already know what was said.
Yeah.
Your smile shines through the words you say
In the
right?
voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're talking to Jen. I thought you were talking to me.
I wasn't talking to you.
You were looking at
Sorry.
me, so I thought.
You have a good laugh, though.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
you do.
No, I have listened to that, and it sounds like a balloon getting air taken out of it. Like that.
That was an exaggeration of it,
It's
but
an
it is a little
exaggeration,
bit
but-
like it.
There it is. Okay, I can't.
Say nothing funny.
can't.
Don't say anything else funny.
Okay, we have a topic today. We asked Martz, what do you want to talk about? And then he was like, I don't have a plan. And then I think that there might be a notebook that he has actually secretly writing down things. He's like, well, I've got a couple things to think about. And then he was like, what if I talked about, and it seems
First
like
off-
you rehearsed it.
First off, is that how I sound?
Yeah, it's pretty high.
A little bit.
I really do, actually.
I think I do.
When you're defending your position of that you don't have any topics prepared, yet you have a notebook of half thoughts and full thoughts. And
Yes, that is true. That is true. First off, I like to play it like I'm cool, calm, collected. Like, no big deal. I'm just walking up in here. I always have a plan.
Yeah, you definitely.
May not have a full plan, but
You had
somewhat of a plan.
You had some things written down, so we'll get into that. But we are going to give an update because we tried to give an update via video. This would have been last week. We had a power outage at the Springfield campus, so we had an update video that never played. Now all the other campuses,
they already know.
they saw it.
They have
but
the update.
Springfield did not get that full video. They did not. So we're going to give an update. We're going to give an update right now. Jen, why don't you let us know a couple of things that are going on?
So really good news. We're making progress. We have turned in names to the board at this point for some candidates. And the board at this point is going to start making some phone calls, doing some interviews, reference checks, all the things that would happen in an interview process.
I love it. Now, I counted up, okay, how many interviews the candidates are going to be going through. And it is 7+.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's after the interview that they went through with the search team.
And how many interviews did the search team do, roughly?
We interviewed 8 people total. And all of those interviews were about an hour, 2 hours.
There were 25 to 30 applications.
Yep.
That we then brought to 8.
Yep.
But then we made some recommendations to the board, and then we go from here.
We go from here. So there are quite a few interviews to go. And then we will give an update at the end of October of what the process looks like. And there might be a next step in November. But again, we've always said this, we have a timeline, but we're not committed to it. We're committed to finding the right person. So even though we got a timeline, we're playing jazz with this thing. We're playing jazz. We're just riffing with this thing.
And I think the nice thing is we know that at any point the board could come back and say, hey, could you ask this question or could you do this thing back to the search team? Or the board may say, nope, we've got it from here and we're going to ask those follow-up questions. So I think all of us that are on the team are still on the team however we can help, whether that's search, whether that's board, whatever.
So that's the update. It is moving along and still impressed with the board.
Me too, my word.
Still, I've been thinking, when is it going to be not impressive? And it hasn't happened.
They keep showing up.
They keep showing up.
Here we go.
They do it.
With good advice, right at the right time. They've been excellent to have the opportunity to work with.
They have been. So that's the update. We will continue to update you on here weekly, and then we will have a large update around the end of October, start of November. Today, John Martz, what are we talking about?
First off,
do you have a plan?
Well, I will say this, which I don't know what it's going to be like, but when this launches, that will be a day after our Arrows Out weekend. So-
I don't know how this works anymore, man. This
Is that when it launches?
Well, it's like Back to the Future for me.
I don't know. It's-
Wait, is this a movie about the past? I don't even get that. Back to the Future? That's my favorite trilogy, by the way, just to let y'all know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I've seen one.
They're having an anniversary showing at the Alamo Draft House. And I have thought about going. And my family told me that they will not go with me. And I thought, I don't care. I will go by myself, get the biggest popcorn I can get,
Wow.
a pizza, and just enjoy my time there.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
hold on. What's going to move you from going, from thinking about going to going?
I think I'm already there. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Just
I don't
purchasing the
know.
ticket?
Yeah, just purchasing the ticket, I think, is going to be the only big barrier. Yeah. Are you Back to the Future guy?
I've seen it. I've seen.
Nope,
I
that
think I've
means
seen
no.
half of it.
Jen, Back to the Future girl?
I've seen one of them.
Mick.
What?
Mick.
Mick.
McFly.
Fly. That's it. Marty
Marty
McFly. Marty
McFly.
McFly.
You're welcome.
And the I keep wanting to say Vandalorian. What is it?
DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Are you
I'm just
kidding
so
me?
close with these words. Yeah, that's like 80s, dude. I was not born then.
I was born then. I watched one of them. I watched the first
And-
one lots of times.
And I grew up a very sheltered.
No, you
90s
didn't
kid.
watch the second one? How do you not watch the second one?
I don't even know that I knew there was a
Gap in
second
between.
one.
What do you
The gap in
mean?
between.
He picks him up and then the car flies off, Jen.
Until right now, I think
And
I
then
was
he
today
says,
years
roads,
old.
where
that
we're
it was a
going, we don't
trilogy.
need roads. And and then it says to be continued, I believe, actually. I don't even think it says the end. I am losing my mind right now.
Okay, well, I can watch them.
Gosh,
I
what
think
are you
I might
guys
just
doing
got
the rest
kicked out of
day?
DLT.
No, both of you. I'm upset with both of you. I don't want you to take this personally, Jen. I'm upset with both of you equally.
Okay.
What are you guys doing for the rest of the day?
I
Do
got-
you have 6 hours?
I got a lot of volume, a lot of units today. A lot of units I'm working on. So, yep. Going in and out. And I don't know. Maybe I can pencil that in.
Okay. Well, I feel like people are going to think I'm overreacting, but I'm not. And I stand by my reaction on this, that I am very upset with both of you
Okay.
for not seeing.
Have both of your
Okay.
girls seen this?
No.
Oh.
There's some things
Oh.
in it. Like it was made in the 80s. So a PG movie in the 80s is like an R movie these days.
Wow.
Like
Oh.
the cussing and there's some situational drama.
You know, I grew up very sheltered. And so I'm just keeping that shelteredness. And so maybe in a few more years, I'll watch that.
Man, guys.
I'll watch it. I don't want to be in trouble. I do like for everyone to like me around me. So if I need to watch this for you,
I would say that you guys aren't in trouble. I'm just disappointed.
oh,
yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
dang, he's
Well,
gonna
we're
use my
almost 10
full
minutes
name
in,
next.
So what else you got, Mark?
Okay, first off, no. I want to talk about Arrows Out. I don't remember how we got into something else. What did you start talking about Marty
Back to
McFly?
the
Because it's
Future.
weird. I don't know how this time thing
Oh,
works.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thanks for getting his name right.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And the Vandalorian. So that's like it's like
Vandalorian?
between Mandalorian and DeLorean in a van.
Yeah.
But it was like a cool car, right? A DeLorean is like a cool
I don't
car.
know if it was a cool car.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like cool doors.
Okay.
But I don't
think that's what I remember.
Yeah, flux capacitor, but I don't think it was. Yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think I have seen this. I think I've seen one of them. He rides a skateboard.
He does ride a skateboard.
I've seen it. I know I've seen it.
You
Yep.
are
Don't-
unbelievable
don't
right
test
now,
me on it,
both
though.
of you.
I watch so many movies. I really do. But okay, I will say this: Arrows Out weekend would have just happened, and I don't have an update yet because it hasn't happened yet. But
I was blown away by the generosity of everyone.
I am excited.
It was unbelievable.
And I am hopeful. And it has been, we every weekend we fill out like a hot not next. And it's like, what was hot? What was not? Like, what are some things we need to fix for next weekend? And then what's next? And my next is I'm just so hopeful and excited about Arrows Out, the impact that we get to make in our community. I think a lot of people show up at North Point, and the thing that they say is, we love the way that you invest in the community. And that's not like the organization of North Point that does that. That's North Pointers that step up and make an impact on their neighbors. And like, that is what we are called to do. We are called to love our neighbors, not convert our neighbors. And so, like, how do we love them? How do we show them Jesus in such a unique, caring way? And we do that through our community partners. And we have phenomenal community partners that meet needs that if we tried to go meet them on our own, we just wouldn't be able to do a good enough job. Like, if we tried to be a shelter at the church, like we could figure some things out. We could try to provide that, but like somebody else does it so much better than us. Like same thing for diaper distribution. It's why we have a dream center, because there are things that as a church organization is ran, like that a dream center could do even better. And how do we build that out? How do we make that an expression of help and hope Monday through Friday instead of just on a weekend? And so we have phenomenal community partners through this process. I hope that we're able to engage even more community partners. And none of that is possible without your generosity. And so I'm hopeful. I'm excited. I'm going to speak like it already happened.
No, you're looking at me again. My generosity or like the listener's generosity?
Well, both.
Right? Okay, good. You're confusing me when you look at me.
I'm just going to look at Jen.
Thank you.
Look at Jen. Or that sign that says Riff, man. Burn that into my eyes. So, but I'm excited about that. But one of the things I want to talk about today, okay, is all about this idea of attractional and engaging. So if you were to think about it, like what is an attractional church? Like what would you think of?
Circus.
What would you think? Yeah.
Honestly, I come from the circus, so that's just kind of in my
in
blood.
your blood.
Yep, in my blood. And I was gonna say, you better hurry up. We've only got like 15 minutes left. We talked about Back to the Future for 9 minutes.
I've only got like 1.5 solid minutes of content.
Attractional. Yeah. I think of an attractional element to a church would be something that gets me there that probably doesn't keep me there.
Like a first impression.
Yeah, first impression. Yeah. So I'm not against. That's not bad. I'm going to put like a judgment on bad or good or anything. I think it's an element. That
could be a special, could be like Easter egg hunt or something that gets you there the first time.
For sure.
Call me curious on an Easter egg hunt.
Santa's going to be there. The Easter Bunny's going to be there. Like holidays.
You give me an Easter egg hunt, not on Easter, I'm there.
Because you're curious.
I'm super curious.
Wonder what kind of candy they have.
I don't know, but I can't wait to go.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. I don't know if I'm staying, but I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything else that you'd say, okay, this would be like attractional. Okay, if I'm thinking about an attractional church. Maybe I'll just get
more.
Here's the deal.
You want more? I got more.
Give me more.
Let's go with bouncy houses.
Yes.
The waving inflatable arm men.
Oh, I like those guys.
Mm-hmm. That's attractional.
Yes.
I think, is this a car lot or a church? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. So
yeah. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you need if you're going to be an attractional church?
Resources.
You need a lot of money.
Money.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Good location.
Good location.
The people are going to drive by, see.
Excitement, right? That's what
High
I would think of.
energy.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
pumped.
Really cool events.
It's a party you want to go to.
Yeah.
Bubble machines.
Well, duh. Yeah.
Kind of bubble
Those guys,
machine.
they're from what I see though on the hot knots, they're really hard to keep operating.
They are.
They get gummed up.
This is so true.
With the bubbles.
The bubbles.
It's kind of like that ketchup fountain we had. It just
let's bring back that party in a path.
That didn't get gummed up. That baby. It flowed. It was perfect.
It's true. After some work. Yeah. But a lot of times, like when you think about an attractional church, there's nothing wrong with that. Like what we talked about, right? But you need different things and you will meet different needs if you're that, right? Mm-hmm. There's another kind of church called engaging church.
What's funny is everything I named, we've done. So just let you all know.
For sure.
So just
again,
I know we still do.
None of those things are bad.
I believe we own wavy, wacky, inflatable arm
We do.
men. So
none of those things are bad. Okay. But I was, okay. When I was writing this down, okay, I was thinking about, okay, what is an attractional church? Attractional church would be saying like, hey, here I am. Like, come on out, join us, right? An engaging church would do something different because an engaging church is not necessarily trying to attract you, but it is trying to grow you. And that's different. It's trying to engage you in something that maybe you aren't engaged in right now. And again, nothing wrong with an attractional church. Sometimes something can be attractional and also be engaging. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Now, if you're just attractional, you miss some things. And honestly, if you're kind of just engaging, like some people never find out about you. Mm-hmm. Like that's what's tough too. But each one says something different and it says it in a different way at a different time. So sometimes when I think of an attractional church, it says like, here I am, like, come join me. Mm-hmm. And an engaging church would say like, there you are. Like, we're so glad you're here. Like you being here makes this experience better. Like that's such a different way to say that. Again, there's not something inherently wrong about here I am. Isn't this awesome? Right. I wrote down, okay. An attractional church says, look at what we did. Isn't this cool? Like, look at what we did. An engaging church would say, look at what you did. Like when we do arrows out, it can very easily be this thing where it's like, guys, look at what we did. Look at what we're able to provide for the community. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. And you're meeting needs. That's incredible. But also, one of the beautiful things is also saying, hey, look what you did. Because you participated in this, because you asked the question, what can I do? What can I bring? And I just believe God uses that, right? So it's not always just a, like, you can be a part of us if you want. It's actually, let's help you be a part of something. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? How do we partner with you to be able to do that? That would be engaging, okay? Attractional would be, you help me. Okay, you help me. Like, help me with this. Would you help me? Would you help what we're doing? An engaging church would say, I help you. Hey, what are you hoping to achieve? What are you hoping? So even when we have our 5 habits, right? And we talked about baptisms, it's not like, okay, people are baptized. Let's get them a part of these 5 habits. Let's get them, we got to get them in line, and let's start with this one, and then this one builds on this one, and this. It's saying, hey, what are some obstacles for you following Jesus? Like, can we help you with that? And it may be something you never expected. It may be something that you're uniquely designed to do. It may just be someone doing it with you. Like, a lot of times we just think, like, what's the formula? What's the plan? Let's run that. And we've got the answers, and we don't ever ask, like, hey, how can we help you? I think about meeting needs in our community. We could easily show up to the Ozarks and be like, yeah, this is how we're going to help. Or we could ask people, what do you guys need?
It was Jody's reference in the message that she did a few weeks ago when she was talking about leading that group of teenagers, right? And there was the person on the street and her group of teenagers wanted to simply provide a sandwich. They were like, let's go buy the sandwich. And they asked the question of, do you want a sandwich? And he was like, no, what I really want is the notepad and the tools to be able to draw more art, to be able to sell it, to be able to keep providing, right? And so it is the slowdown of let's help fix the problem that needs to be solved. I think oftentimes, even in individual relationships, we jump into a conversation and you'll say, here's my challenge. I'm like, oh, here's how you fix it. Without asking a question, I'm actually fixing I'm fixing a problem that you don't have. And so even that, like when you're looking at like, where does a church fall in, whether it's attraction or engagement, it's what problem are we as a church trying to solve? Therefore, what type of church do we want to be? Is it that we're simply getting people in the door, or do we also want to be with someone along their journey of engagement, right? Helping them grow, doing those things.
Yeah, I think when you bring up journey, I think it's important to, what you said, I don't think the engaging or attractional is good or bad in and of itself. Sometimes you have to be both. Sometimes I think the important thing as a church is to stay focused on the journey and what role you actually play. So you go back to like Donald Miller and Storybrand, but really you go back to Joseph Campbell with the hero's journey of like, you are the guide as the church. The hero is Jesus. Yes, I get that part. That's not what but the hero is that person walking in. It's that single mom. It's the person that hasn't seen Jesus. The hero is you, right? And I think when we make the church the hero, that's when things get weird. And like, especially on social media, like you can easily see that and fall into the trap of making it like, wait, it's not about like us, like an organization. Like the church is the people. So it's figuring that part out, I think, is really crucial in this kind of a conversation to understand that we're the guide. And when I say we, I mean the organizational part of the church, right? Because the staff isn't the church. Like the building isn't the church. The church is the North Pointers, me, you, like all of us. So I think that's also important to take into account too.
Yeah. And people, they'll say this, and I take this with a grain of salt, right? They say, man, North Point saved me. And I'm like, no, North Point did a good job of pointing you to Jesus. Jesus is the one who does that, right? And I understand what they're saying, but it's re-clarifying that, because we never want to get in a spot where we are the hero, because we aren't. We aren't. We're the donkey carrying a king, right? Like that's what we are doing.
We are the Doc Brown.
The what?
Doc Brown.
Is this another 80s reference?
Back to the Future, guys. Doc Brown was the guide in Back to the Future. So just keep going.
I understood Yoda. Like
keep going. Just keep going.
Okay,
that's fine.
But just I'm sorry. I feel like we're really letting you down.
Well, it was honestly, I don't want to say it was a trick, but when you said, both of you, I saw the first one and then I just kind of threw out.
I
Doc
don't remember
Brown.
his name.
No. I just threw it out,
I got
and then
McFly
both of you
earlier,
were
yeah.
like, "Oh no!" I'm just. It was just there was no like Doc Brown. Who's Doc? It just tells me a lot. I just keep going. I'm just.
Wow. I'm gonna really have to jog my memory for the next
fine.
podcast.
It's fine. You just have to watch it Active Future. That's all you got to do.
I will say, here's what I do love too. Even when it comes to like our Get Back events, I gotta get you guys back on topic, okay? When it comes to our Get Back events, I love how the way, whether it's Dream Center, whether it's campuses, pivot. Sometimes we got the same events, but we pivot what we do and how we provide that and what we provide, right? Because the needs change. And so as much as we love a tradition and an event of like a back to school and a Christmas give back, and sometimes we'll do a blitz in the spring, and like love that we do those things. And it's good to have those things on the calendar. And it's also great every time you go in there to not be like, same as last year. High five. Let's do it again. And it might have been an awesome event at the same time. And those are very attractional things that bring people in so that they can be a part of something at the same time. It's also a great way to meet some needs in our community that we like asked, hey, what do you need? And now we're not guessing, and you get to provide it. So anyway, that would be one of them. But if we keep going, okay, attractional would say, hey, be a part of something great. There's nothing wrong with that. Attractional would say, let's be a part of something great. Engaging would say, go do something great. Like, you don't have to be joined with us to help people find and follow Jesus. Mm-hmm. Like, you have the opportunity when you have a foundation in Christ to go invest and share that. And you actually, like, believe it or not, you don't need a church to be able to do that. Now, I believe a church can be helpful. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if I didn't think that I wouldn't be a part of this. So I truly believe that sometimes your best shot for some people is going to be that, but not for everyone. When I look at attractional, I think attractional sometimes can create consumers, people that show up and want to be a part of the party. And again, nothing wrong with that. If that gets you through the doors of the church where you get to see a clear view of Jesus, amazing. Yes. Engagement, though, creates disciples.
I think we can use both, though, right? I think what you said earlier, where it's not one or the other, it can be both and, right? Attractional. I think that is sometimes how we get people in the door. Our goal is for that first experience to be so good, right? We've got the bounce houses, we've got special events, we do different things to attract people and to get people in the door. What happens once they come in the door, though, is the engagement piece, right? Mm-hmm. So when we look at our weekend experience, it is saying we are going to do some creative things to attract people to get them in the door. But once they're here, we do want them to feel seen. We want them to feel known. We want to help them grow. And so when I look at those two differentials, I'm like, you're right that neither is bad. And they both can work together to actually create a whole experience for someone to find and follow Jesus.
Oh, I think you nailed it, right? If you're going to be an attractional church, like you need resources, and then there are going to be elements. If you want to be engaging, then you be resourceful, right? Like what do we have, and how do we be the best stewards of that? You just ask a different question. Attractional would sometimes say, how do we become a mega church? How do we become a really big church that people can come to? And sometimes engaging would say, actually, how do we go multi-site? Like, how do we go to the community that you're in and not just make an impact on like all of the Ozarks, but like in the community that we're in? Mm-hmm. Like, one of the things about Republic, when we launched Republic, that was a big prayer. Like, this can't be a more convenient place for people to go to church. Like, this can't be a Springfield church that's planting in Republic. This has to be a Republic church, like for the people of the community, made up of the people of the community, so that people of the community can thrive and like engage here in their community. And so I think that's one of the most like beautiful parts about when people talk about multi-site. I'm like, there's so much headache. People are talking like, should we go multi-site? I'm like, I don't know. But here's what I do know is the way that you're able to engage in the community that you're in is like never before. if we didn't have a campus in Republic and we're trying to help Republic, like it'd just be disconnected. Like we don't live there. I'm not there. We would have people that do, but it would just be different. And so that's why, some people will ask, hey, what's are you going to keep launching campuses? Like, is North Point going to keep doing these? And I'm like, maybe. And I think as much as we can, it's not about how do we get the name of North Point out and how do we I'm like, no, how do we be a safe place for people to find and follow Jesus in that specific community?
And it's also never been like a 10 campus in
Yeah.
10 years type of thing. Yeah. Like it's been like could we fill a need? Because there's some great churches in Republic. There's some great churches in Springfield. There's some great churches in Nixon. So it's not like everybody, North Point's here. We got
and if no one's asking for that, let's not give it to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, when you bring up Republic, like Jared's doing such a great job. Did you see the tattoo that he just got?
No.
He got Rep Mo on his neck.
Oh, I believe that.
Right on the left side.
Wow.
So it's right below the collar.
Oh my.
So if you're at Republic, I would just, don't even tell him. I would just walk up to him, just pull down his collar just a little bit. You'll find it. And then it's awesome.
Won't be uncomfortable for him or Brittany at all.
No. And he invites that kind of thing.
He loves it. He engages that.
He loves that kind of stuff.
That's energy he puts off. He loves it.
I do think this is our dream center. Like, isn't this how the Dream Center campus, right? Isn't this how the campus birthed out of the Dream Center? We didn't initially think like, yeah, let's also provide a church with a Dream Center. Like we already do. But there came a time where it's like, hey, I feel like we're meeting some physical needs, some emotional needs, some social needs. And people started asking for like some spiritual help. And we're like, you know what? Actually, I think we're uniquely designed to provide that. And especially with Andy and the team. And so like, it's interesting how these things birth. Again, it wasn't like, what's a strategic plan where we like, yes, have strategy. Yes, those things are important. And if there is a need, then let's go find a way to meet that. And that's going to take us probably being resourceful and, especially if you don't have a bunch of resources at your hand.
Well, I look at it, in coaching conversations, right? Like when we start wide, right? We call that like, it's like we're surface level. We call it like, we're going to snorkel. And then when we go deep, it's called scuba diving, right? So in a conversation, you can have a surface level conversation. You can meet a surface level need. You could go snorkeling with a need, right? Like you're talking about when we're not asking the question, if we just replicate the same give back year over year over year, that's really snorkeling. We're saying we're going to provide you this, but we're really just providing you with what we want to provide you. We're not asking the question of what you actually need. That's snorkeling. That's saying, okay, is this the year that maybe coats are more important than I don't know, something else?
Well, even our back to school last year, we did shoes.
Right.
Because you're like, hey, that's a felt need. Like when we ask teachers, like that seems to be a need that's there.
That's snorkeling where scuba diving, or that's scuba diving where snorkeling would have been, hey, let's just provide school supplies, right? So it is saying on the engagement church, right? It is saying we want to scuba dive. Like we want to know what's going on in your life. We want to go beyond surface level so that we can be on this journey with you. And I think in all aspects of relationships, whether that's interpersonal relationships, whether that's at the church, whatever it is saying, if I'm going to be in a relationship, or if I'm going to invest in someone, all of that comes with the deeper relationship, which comes from questions, which comes from understanding what's the problem we're trying to solve.
Yeah. Well, I think, for me, I'm going to challenge both of you to scuba dive and watch
I knew that was
Future
coming.
Part 2 and Part 3. Mm-hmm. And from this conversation, I believe you need to watch Part 1 as well.
Should I brush up? That's what I was wondering.
I think you should just make it a day.
Is there an order you'd prefer?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is not some
Just
weird
making sure.
Star Wars deal. This is a 1, 2, 3 straight through.
Okay.
It's very, I would say linear, but it's not because it's Back
I feel
to
like
the
you've
Future.
got a lot of spare time right now
Yeah,
to be watching
absolutely.
3
You do, man.
movies back to
Take
back.
a Tuesday.
Will do.
Take a Tuesday. Take a Wednesday, and just kind of
Maybe not Tuesday. Tuesday's when you write the messages.
Will do. Attempt to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, take a Wednesday. You know what I mean? Just take a Wednesday. Well, I love the conversation. I love the conversation because the list that you've just put out, I've seen North Point do a lot of those things, right? And I think it comes back to what you're saying of like, what's the actual goal here though? Like, what do we actually want to get out of this, right? I really want to be an engaging church. I really do.
I want to be engaging and I want to be attractional.
And I want to attract as many
Yes.
people to that engagement as possible.
Because attractional churches help people find Jesus.
yeah.
Engaging churches help people follow Jesus.
Part of our mission.
Have
is,
you I think I've heard that before.
A safe place to find and follow.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
I just say, I say F and F. Yeah.
F and F.
Yeah.
So if you haven't noticed, he's got a tattoo right here, right on the neck. So if you see John Martz in the lobby,
Don't even ask?
Don't even ask. Just come right up and just look.
Then we're
You'll
going to know
find it.
who's actually listening.
We will
So
know. We will
true.
know. We will.
Justin's is more lower back. Don't even ask.
Don't
Just come on over. Yep.
Great. I love the conversation. Martz, thanks for always being prepared,
Always.
even though it's the riff.
Hey, well, they do say this, that I grew up, I was a Royal Ranger.
Okay.
And Royal Rangers always ready to work, play, serve, obey, worship, live, etc. And so I take that etc. I take that etc. to the extreme.
What a killer mission statement to have
Yep.
etc. in there.
It stuck with me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, well, we are a safe place to find and follow Jesus, etc. So, etc. All right, we're out of here. Riff Raff, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Riff. We'll have a brand new episode every week, wherever you find podcasts.